Hi everybody, my name is John DeAlderetti.
I'm Eric.
And we make up the core founders for Nonspec. We've created a low-cost, durable, and adjustable prosthetic designed for the developing world. When we first started looking at the numbers for how many amputees there were globally, it was kind of an overwhelming feeling. There were over 54 million amputees worldwide, and 45 million of them lived in the developing world. Now when we started asking those patients what they were experiencing, what was going on, many of them had pretty much the same complaints. Their devices were uncomfortable, they were expensive, and most often, they would wait months to be fit. The average fit time in India right now is over a year. For a patient with heart disease and diabetes, this can be fatal. So what we did is we originally kind of went into the clinics and said, hey, let's find out what the clinicians are doing. Well, clearly it's something that. But it turns out that the patients and the clinicians had the same problem, and that was a lack of consistent fit every time. Every single time a patient would have to come in for a device, a ton of custom components had to be fabricated, a ton of users had to come in and actually go through and custom shape each part, and it really wasn't cost effective or time effective for the clinician. So we streamlined the entire process, and we created a pylon system, which is made entirely out of plastic, which can be mass produced, which does the entire fitting process. It can be adjusted vertically, horizontally, or for angular displacement if the patient happens to have a gait problem. This means that we can fit each patient with a constant kit, and we can heavily decrease the cost of production. At full scale, we're able to produce a Wallonie kit for under $1 US.
And that's compared to the $20,000 to $30,000 devices that are on the market, but we have a comparable strength to weight ratio as those devices. We've in-house tested that we meet ISO certifications, which means we're marketable worldwide, and we're the only device that is marketable at such a low cost. We can actually sell at profit for $20 US once we're at full scale, and we're able to do that through injection molding. And because of our backgrounds from UMass Lowell, we've been able to develop all of the components early on to be ready to go to manufacturing. So actually, we had our patent issued last year. We're currently testing with patients in India, so we have 3 who've been walking on our device for over a year now. We have 3 new patients that we just fit. Actually, for the first time, we weren't there, and we have our team of 3 in India who are able to fit the patients with the clinicians, and they constantly provide us feedback on the devices, and so far, everything has been going great. We are currently working on cutting in-house here our low volume devices so that we can actually start injection molding, test them for ISO standard, and then get them on patients in India. So our team, as I mentioned, John and I are co-founders. We both have degrees from UMass Lowell. Mine's in plastics engineering for undergrad, master's, and PhD, hopefully in May. And John is similar.
I'm a mechanical undergraduate. I have a master's in new product development or innovative technology entrepreneurship, and I will be getting my PhD also in May, hopefully in biomedical engineering.
We have Brendan, our first official employee, which is wonderful. We had him as an intern. He also has his degrees from UMass Lowell, both in history, mechanical engineering, and the MS-IPE program. And we have 3 wonderful interns. And developing into employees, we're working on funding for that in India, who have been essential in making sure that we really understand our market and that we can break into it easily. And these are the 3 patients who've been walking on our device for over a year. We're super excited. They love that we show their pictures, so I want you all to know that. We're in the corner over there. We have a nice banner so you can find us. We want to thank Mass Innovation Nights so much for having us here. Thank you very much, and we welcome 2 questions.
So where did this idea come from? Why this?
So we originally started actually with a prosthetic hand, which was fully actuated. And when we went to clinicians, they were excited about it. But it turns out that that's not really what they were looking for. Everyone who loses a hand can kind of learn to live without it, as traumatic as it can be. But everyone who loses a leg loses the ability to get around. Ooh, there's a microphone. And by losing that, what happens is that oftentimes that patient will degrade very quickly. And their quality of life it gets pretty bad pretty quickly. So we actually kind of retooled after about, I think we were running on the hand project for about a year. And we focused primarily on legs because that's where people really needed the